All right, welcome back to Gibbons Garden, Tucson Urban Garden, um, and just wanted to kind of quickly go around. Go around the garden here, talk about a couple of new things that are coming in to the garden here, and just kind of do a quick update on this nice little overcast evening that we're having here before it gets too dark. Just kind of wanted to show you all. Only a couple of small little things that are changing, but I did a little exchange today with a really nice guy from one of the local Facebook groups who had a couple of interesting things that I've been trying to get my hands on. And I had a couple of things that he was interested in. So, in the spirit of collaboration, why not? And we got to kind of talk nicely. I showed him kind of what I was doing here in my yard and got to talk about a couple of things. Got to get some good advice. He was really familiar with and has grown moringa very well. Not that it's a very hard tree to grow, but he's done it very successfully, very well. And I've had a couple of little things that worried me a little bit with the way that my moringa was developing. So it was nice to be able to kind of talk to him for a little bit and get some ideas. So let me kind of show you what's going on here in this little section of my garden. All right, so here is what is going on. You'll notice that I am down one sapote, and I've moved the guavas, but I also gave him one of my figs, which was just like just like a mission fig that I had here. But in exchange for it, I got a whole bunch of neat new things. First of all, this guy right here is actually this one, and that one are all plums, different types of plums, and you'll see that they've got some new little growth coming off of them. So I'm very excited about that. These are one of these is one of them is a Santa Rosa plum, I believe, and then or Santa Ana plum, and the other is, and there are two of the elephant ears, which are big, awesome plums, but they need the second plum to actually fertilize them, and so that is why I have two different varieties now. And the Santa Ana, which there's only one of, but the Santa Ana is self-fertile, so it doesn't need a pair, but the elephant ear does. This is a pineapple guava, very tiny little cutting, very interesting though, and this is also one that is not really doing too hot, but we took it just in case. I got two new moringa trees, and then this guy is a really interesting plant called a gumby, which apparently very, very difficult to find. The fruit of it are poisonous. However, the leaves of this particular variety are not, and are used for a medicinal tea that is supposed to have anti-cancer fighting properties and things like that. I'm sure that there has been no actual studies done on that to actually verify that, but it's an interesting tree nonetheless, that comes out of Australia. So I'm excited to kind of mess around with those a little bit, let those kind of welcome their way into the garden here. Hopefully they'll do well, and I got rid of a sapote, so no big deal. I'm also slowly transitioning my passion fruit into an area that gets more sunlight. I want these to be able to take full sun because I've decided where I'm going to put them, and I'll show you where that's going to be. It's going to be over this way. So they're a vining plant, of course, and they do very well. They're very prolific, and chain link fences are their special. Sorry about that. I apparently cut myself off there. So So yes, this fence right here, I'm going to plant it right along here, so it's got a little ways to go this direction, but also a ways to go that direction, and then hopefully all the way over that, and eventually all the way over to there, and this section of the wall here, and hopefully eventually this section of the wall there. And I have no doubt that one vine could easily do that. It's a very prolific plant, and yeah, I mean, I have no qualms. I don't think that would be an issue. It'll take a while, but yeah. And then I think the other one I'm going to try planting here again. I've already got a bit of this. I do want it to grow up on this area of the fence too, but then you'll see I've got these grates here. I need to, secure it a little bit better, but I want to have this grow up and create a living wall right here, up and over, and on that side as well. And then I may create like some sort of structure to go, across this way, but over there, so that it can the fruit can kind of hang underneath it, and the vine will be very happy that way, I hope. So yeah, I think that's my plan for the passion fruit, and hopefully I'll be able to get started on that pretty soon. So yeah, that's what's going on in my yard, and I really appreciate everybody who has been watching my videos. I'm up to 114 subscribers last I looked, so I really appreciate that. That's very exciting. I hope you guys get something out of these videos too. And of course, if anybody has any questions or anything about what I'm doing in my yard, feel free to ask. I'm an open book. I think it's a wonderful thing about the gardening community is we're all very helpful. I haven't really come across anybody who's not willing to talk gardening and get helpful with other people when it comes to gardening. Of course, there's a lot of different political views out there. There's a lot of different, ethical and moral opinions. People have different diets and all kinds of things like that. But when it comes to just how do I grow my own food, people are very helpful, and I really love that about this community. So I'll leave you with that today. Thank you so much for watching again. Tucson Urban Gardener. Happy gardening.